actually developed my eating disorder my first year at Carolina. I was enrolled in a lifetime fitness course where we were asked to weigh ourselves, log our calories for a week, and then weigh ourselves after. So although my log indicated that I should have lost, I ended up gaining weight, and that really terrified me as someone who had never counted calories before, never thought about what I ate before, exercised because I loved it. But all of a sudden, for some reason, this log just drove me nuts. For a long time, I restricted my calorie intake, and I just wasn't eating because it was good for me. I wasn't exercising because I loved it. It became a pattern. It became an anxiety.
When I was just in elementary school, I found out that my sister was diagnosed with anorexia, and I had no idea what that was or what that entailed or how it was going to affect my family and my own way of coping with my emotions and so forth. And because I never really understood what an eating disorder was at that age, I never knew how to have a normal conversation with my sister because I was always trying to avoid certain topics and certain feelings. And so I kind of grew up just in the dark, and I didn't know what to do.
In high school, I suffered with bulimia. It began at the beginning of my sophomore year, and I kept it to myself until halfway through my junior year. My mom discovered it, and from there, we went through recovery together. She stuck with me.
My sister has always been my best friend, and just because she had an eating disorder, nothing was going to change that. And the thing was, I wanted to be a friend for her. I wanted to be an ally. I wanted to support her through every step of the way. Although she struggled, we got through it together. Sometimes times were more challenging when she didn't want to go to a therapist or a nutritionist appointment. Sometimes all you had to do was just hold her hand and walk her through the door, and it meant the world to her. And other times there were days that were just awful and a really big struggle, and you kind of just had to be there and listen to her.
Having Embody become and create these amazing allies will truly, truly make a difference. There's such a stigma surrounding eating disorders, and I could not admit to anyone that I had one. So knowing that there's someone there that's so compassionate and understands what you're going through truly, truly helps.
I'm Dr. Cynthia Bulick. I'm a clinical psychologist, and I'm the director of the University of North Carolina Eating Disorders Program. We did a study years ago, and we asked people who had recovered from an eating disorder what the most important ingredient was in their recovery. And it was really interesting because the patients didn't say it was the medication or it was the hospitalization. What they said to us was the most important ingredient in their recovery was relationships.
So the point of Embody is to just educate people on, first, how to identify signs and symptoms of eating disorders. Second, how to approach a friend that is struggling. And then finally, how to serve as an ally during the recovery process and really serve as a support system.
We want to stress that you're not a therapist, you're not a doctor, it's not your job to diagnose. It's really just your job to be there through the whole process.
It's so critical to leverage the support of friends, of loved ones, of people who care about you when it comes to really tailoring your own recovery journey.
In the end, an effective support system can really mean the difference between a full recovery and just sort of an ongoing struggle.
One of the things that I'm really excited about is just to be able to provide the perspective that I have on eating disorders to other students, talk about my experiences, what was really helpful for me and my support system, and just because I really, really believe that every student on this campus deserves the support system that I had. But my friends were so great about really going out and getting the information that they needed to get, and not every student has that. So as a peer educator, it's just my role to say, hey y'all, look, like this is the information that you need to know, and just enable them to feel confident.
And that's what's neat about Embody. This is really about those personal experiences, about relationships, and really helping friends and loved ones understand how best to support someone with an eating disorder. My hope for Embody is that this is something that other universities and colleges are going to pick up, because I think we can build the model here, we can test it here, and then we can generalize it. And that will give so much more reach to this program than if it were to just stay on the Carolina campus.
So having a support system that is there for you just to be there for you is really important. It allows the person to grow into what they hope to be and go beyond just having an eating disorder. It leads you to recovery.
Hi, my name is John Garrity, and I'm a first year at UNC.
My name is Cora Willen. I'm a senior here at UNC.
My name is Colleen Daly. I am a senior global studies and Spanish double major with a minor in social and economic justice.
I'm Anna Thornton. I am a student here at the University of North Carolina.